My name is Tatiyana and my group partner was Alice, and this is the Art Institute of Chicago. The Art Institute of Chicago is located in Chicago, Illinois, and the address is 111 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Website information. The website is organized by exhibitions, mainly with the option to virtually view all the pieces held within the building. The museum's mission states that the Art Institute of Chicago shares its singular collections with our city and the world. We collect, care for, and interpret works of art across time, cultures, geographies, and identities, centering the vision of artists and makers. We recognize that all art is made in a particular context, demanding continual dynamic reconsideration in the present. We are a place of gathering. We foster the exchange of ideas and inspire an expansive, inclusive understanding of human creativity. The museum receives art via donations and requests from arts patrons and benefactors. Architecture. The architects that worked on this building, the original building, are Renzo Piano and Georgie Foster Sharpley, and the overall style of the original building was done in Beaux-Arts arts, or which translates into English as fine arts. The Art Institute of Chicago building was built originally in 1893 as the World's Congress Auxiliary Building. The original core of the main location laid opposite to Adams Street and was renamed Chicago Academy of Fine Arts, then named the Art Institution in 1882. The building's original purpose was to be used as both a school and a museum, and held the World's Columbian Exposition, and there has been numerous additions to the building since then. Some of the most notable being the Fullerton Auditorium and the Ryerson Library, added to the building in 1898 and 1901. The building is composed of about 273 galleries, and that totals about 506,000 square feet. In these photos are some of the later additions to the building. This is the modern wing, or also known as the Renzo Piano building, which is in reference to one of the architects that worked on this building. Artwork 1, The Bedroom, by Vincent van Gogh, done in 1889. It is done on oil and canvas. It is a painting, and its dimensions do vary based on if it is framed or not. The dimensions are listed on the screen, and it is located in Gallery 241 in the Painting and Sculpture of Europe department, but it is not currently on view, but it is held within the building. Analysis. The room is heavily implied to belong to the artist, Van Gogh, and due to the several versions of this painting, it implies a series of change in the artist's life, or a mental state change and an overall literal physical location change, reflecting the moves and homes that occurred throughout the duration of the three versions. The slight alteration in color is also a reflection of the artist and his feelings, the colors used giving each painting a different tone and overall mood. Description of this version of the painting: a simple yet detail-oriented depiction of a bedroom created with cool tone colors and expressive brushstrokes, extremely evident upon visual inspection. The room consists of a bed, a small table with chairs, followed by a set of surrounding walls, holding a rack with fabric draping with various photos and frames. The painting has a total of 3 versions, and only the second version is located within the Art Institute. And within each of the versions of this painting, there are different photos on the walls in the room. And this painting was done in the post-impressionist art period. I chose this painting because I found it very visually compelling. It is a simple yet very detailed painting with extreme detail put into every part of the room. And it is also a series of 3 paintings, being held at separate locations as listed on the screen. The center one is the one at the Art Institute in Chicago. And each painting is seemingly the same location, but upon further inspection, they are all extremely different and very evident of the artist's thought process during the time of its creations. Artwork 2, Earth is a Man, done in 1942 by Roberto Matta, Chilean, and it is also a painting done on oil and canvas. Its dimensions are about 72 inches times 96 inches, and it is located in Gallery 398 in the Modern Art Department. Analysis. The usage of colorful bright tones of brilliant light seems to battle those of darkness depicted by the grays within the piece, almost exploding out of certain parts of the painting, possibly referencing a specific gray period or dark time that Mata had as he witnessed in Mexico in 1941, where he had immigrated at the onset of World War II. The mural-sized canvas, with its abstract and visionary qualities, enthralled and influenced a new generation of American artists, who would come to be known later on as the abstract expressionists. Description: a chaotic and colorful painting consisting of numerous bright shades of blue and yellow tones with different additions of red and gray across the piece. The usage of organic shapes is heavily evident and the most compelling part of the work, in combination with the bright, lively tone of the colors chosen. Some fun facts about this artwork is that Robert Mata was originally an architect, and he began his screenplay with the same name of the painting, The Earth is a Man, which he wrote in tribute to the late Francisco Franco, and the painting, The Earth is a Man, is representative of the culmination of this project and draws on the artist's earlier compositions, which he called inscapes or psychological morphologies. History. The Art Institute of Chicago was founded in 1879 and moved into its permanent home in 1893. A bazaar art style building originally constructed for the World's Columbian Exposition, and over time the museum has expanded through several additions, including the modern wing designed by Renzo Piano in 2009, which connects to the museum to Millennium Park. And throughout its history, the Art Institute has transformed from housing plaster casts and academic works to becoming one of the world's leading museums, holding nearly 300,000 objects across diverse collections while continuing to grow and adapt to new art forms. Exhibition 1, Myth and Marble, Ancient Roman Sculpture from the Torlonia Collection. This exhibition brings 58 rarely seen Roman sculptures from the Torlonia Collection in Italy, many of which haven't been publicly displayed for decades. It examines portraiture, restoration, and the politics of representation. It is a compelling pick because it bridges classical art, conservation, and curatorial challenges around authenticity of restoration.
Exhibition 2, A Black Revolutionary Artist and All That It Implies. Elizabeth Cattle. This exhibition is currently on view. Cattle was an African-American sculptor, printmaker, and activist. This show's focus on her life, politics, and visual legacy, especially her printmaking work. I picked this because it reflects how museums engage identity, race, and the social role of art. Exhibition 3, Gustave Caillebotte. Painting His World. A recent major show focused on Caillebotte beyond his most famous painting, Paris Street Rainy Day. This kind of show is interesting because it deepens understanding of an artist's lesser known works and gives context to how his art connects to urban life in 19th century Paris. Collections. The Art Institute of Chicago holds one of the largest and most diverse art collections in the world, with nearly 300,000 works spanning thousands of years and cultures. Its collection include European painting and sculpture, modern and contemporary art, ancient artifacts, Asian art, prints and drawings, architecture, design, and photography. Highlights such as masterpieces, American icons, and unique installations like the throne miniature rooms make the museum's holding both globally significant and accessible to a wide range of audiences. Collection 1, Throne Miniature Rooms. The museum houses 68 throne miniature rooms created between 1932 and 1940, which are 1:12 scale models of historic European and American interiors. They are remarkable for their craftsmanship, miniature furniture, and even miniature works of art inside, and provide a unique way to experience interior designs across centuries. Why I chose this? It's visually engaging, accessible for many audiences, and bridges decorative arts and social history. Collection 1. Throne Miniature Rooms. The museum houses 68 throne miniature rooms created between 1932 and 1940, which are 1:12 scale models of historic European and American interiors. They are remarkable for their craftsmanship, miniature furniture, and even miniature works of art inside, and provide a unique way to experience interior designs across centuries. Why I chose this? It's visually engaging, accessible for many audiences, and bridges decorative arts and social history. Artwork 1. American Gothic. It's one of the most iconic American painting. It reflects rural Midwestern values and has become a symbol of American culture. The description. This painting shows a stern-looking farmer holding a pitchfork beside a woman standing in front of a farmhouse with a Gothic-style window. The figures wear plain, traditional clothing, and the farmer upright pitchfork echoes the vertical lines of the house. Analysis. Grant Wood painted this during the Great Depression, capturing themes of reliance and Midwestern identity. The precise detail and realism reflect both admiration and critique of traditional American values. This woman's role, wife, daughter, or sister, and the somber expressions add depth, leaving open to the viewer. The sharp lines and muted palette emphasize seriousness and stability in uncertain times. I chose this because it is one of the most famous American paintings representing the Midwest character and struggles during the 1930s. Choosing it highlights how the Art Institute connects global art movements with uniquely American stories. A Sunday on La Grande Hat, created in 1884. This large oil painting shows people relaxing on the banks of the river on a Sunday afternoon. Men, women, and children are dressed in formal attire, strolling, sitting, and boating. This work is filled with small dots of pure color, a technique known as pointillism. Analysis. Seurat used scientific theories of color and light to build the scene through tiny dots that blend optically in the viewer's eyes. The composition is orderly with figures arranged almost like statues, reflecting both leisure and rigidity in modern Parisian life. The bright greens, blues, and reds bring vibrancy, while the stillness of the figures create a sense of timelessness. This balance between innovation and structure makes the painting a cornerstone of Neo-Impressionism. Why I chose this? It is one of the museum's most iconic artworks and demonstrates how scientific approaches influence modern art. It also symbolizes the Art Institute itself, since the painting is instantly recognizable and often associated with Chicago. Thank you for listening to our presentation.